Okay, I'm starting a new game. You can see this, right?
Yeah, I see it.
What's the history you're picking? Oh, homosexual.
See what homosexual is, because it's new. I don't know if that means the creator's a social justice warrior, just by that
Hold
description.
on. Old timer. Costs more to raise computers, but you start with a bonus in scholarship. That's interesting.
Don't bother with a history. People like histories for when they're playing the game again. It adds negatives and then pluses to certain things.
Well, there are certain skills we never use. Shouldn't we choose a history that would add negatives to those skills so it wouldn't matter?
No, it's best to just do none, because then everything's just base default.
We didn't really use Auspex or Dominant.
Actually, yeah, you never used Dominate above the first level, and you never used Auspex at all.
So wouldn't this be good?
It might be, actually.
Yeah. Are we calling him Maleficent again?
Yeah, because we gotta keep the continuity going. Look around the room for a sec. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's anything in here, actually.
Some pizzas.
Be on the lookout for like a new prop or something. Every single every single new patch, there's always like a new prop that he adds that's unused. He finds more unused props in the game files and then restores them to the game.
Is it like you say he? Is it one guy who's doing this whole project?
Yeah, one dude, yeah. Also, but he does get help from the community sometimes, though. And he puts it in patch, but it's mostly just one guy. Sorry, didn't mean to intrude.
Nope, doesn't want to talk.
Nope. If you attacked him right now, he would turn into a monster, and then you wouldn't be able to kill him.
Really?
Because he's too strong for you right now. There's a vague sort of plot point where, as you go through the game, as you're leveling up and adding stats to your thing, that's Cain. Cain, no, he isn't Cain. I mean, Cain is inside you right now from the very start of the game. He's making you a much, much more powerful vampire than you would be ever.
But I thought he was the cab driver.
Yeah. He is controlling you right now. He controls your entire fate throughout this entire game.
So he's the game player then. He's the player.
Sure. Every stat point you increase, you get stronger than a normal vampire would get stronger. So by the end of the game, you're fucking powerful. Like, really, like, maybe elder level powerful. Rose is the one who has, like, future telling abilities.
Yep. And
Jack comes out of the box is a hint.
I assume it's the sarcophagus.
Yeah, Jack. Smiling Jack.
Oh, okay. What, he's gonna come out of it?
It's interesting.
Okay, alright.
Like, okay, remember how when you checked the sarcophagus on the dame, it looked like it'd been opened from the inside?
Yeah.
Jack comes out of the box.
Oh, it's his?
It wants you to think that, but that's not true.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
But he did have something to do with it being opened. I'm sorting out my Facebook and my Twitter to basically find out who's social justice warriors or not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you wanted to, like, you were going through your Steam account and you were unfollowing and taking off games from your Steam account from people who the developers were following Feminist Frequency and Zoe Quinn.
Yeah, my wish list.
Yeah.
Games I haven't bought yet. Because I just press add for any game that looks even remotely interesting. I'm finding out a lot of them are like walking simulators and there's no reason to play them whatsoever. Actually, press I, see what weapons you did get.
I got.
Whoa. They like... Wait, press I again? They like start attacking you. What just happened?
Looks like they're ready to fight.
I guess leave? What did you do? Did you like...
I just jumped down.
No, you activated something. Weird.
Well, I think in between loading screens it'll probably be okay.
Yeah, because because believe it or not, they're not the same.
No,
They're not the same. They're not the same people.
Yeah, like in the game code.
Yeah.
It's a different map. Yeah. So wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna try something. Okay.
You want to try and killing them in that map, and then
Yeah, see what happens in the other one. You see, because he's still aggroed a bit.
yeah.
Right? Can we? I can't target them.
Left click right now. Okay, never mind. I guess you hit the thing and then it made them aggravated.
Okay, well let me try using the gun.
Oh, you can't even hit them. Maybe it's hitting the fence. Huh. You can't hit them from up here. At least with that gun.
You can't jump down to their area.
Oh.
Now, they seem aggroed though, don't they?
I think it's video games. There's specifically a force field in front of them that you can't hit, can't blood. You're
Yep.
too far.
I'll just load.
That's interesting. You can suck him if you want.
This guy? Do we need some? Yeah, I
Yep.
guess so. What is it? Z F
F.
Chow.
Cha is what he said.
There you go.
Kills himself by. Oh fuck. Huh.
Well, the cops showed up.
At least it wasn't a masquerade violation.
Yeah. Criminal violation means the cops show up, basically, right?
Yeah. It'll go ding in a few seconds. Because that's how cops work.
We've never seen that in our playthrough. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. If you went up to dudes and started attacking them, then you get chased by police. Any second now.
Well, what are the... Yeah, because the Masquerade's still okay. Humanity's still okay. But there's no place to see your criminal sheet, I guess, eh?
No, it doesn't really matter.
We have to start killing cops. I assume if you kill cops, you start losing other attributes. If you
I
don't
think
have
it's okay now.
to. Okay. Hey, Copper. It's okay, right? You're fine?
Weird. I don't know what that was about.
You're fine? Okay. I didn't sell all the drugs to Trip, I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, do you mind? I'm stuck in the door.
You have to reload.
Yeah. Well,
You gotta let it open.
this is stupid. This is stupid. This game's terrible, and I don't know how you like it.
You gotta press E, wait a moment, and then go through.
That's dumb.
Ugh. That every so often. Have you ever had dreams where you're being chased by something and you hear it behind you?
Yeah.
Like that?
You don't want to turn back, and the one time you do, it's terrifying in the dream.
Yeah.
Does anybody else in the story know that this is one person?
Have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
2.
I made some threats
Or does everyone know that she's one person? They're all just kind of
fire
humoring
and her
her
empire
because she's
satin
insane.
sheets. She took
Not sure. I'm not
and
sure if
avoided
they
it.
know either.
Want to meet with
Try not to let the innocent man there get hit.
Which one, him?
Wait, look to your left. Oh, okay, never mind. Couldn't see them for a sec.
There's 4 gangsters.
Go to the funds, you'll get attacked, you already know the drill.
What if
Careful
I
of
attack
that.
him right now?
Can you talk to that guy?
Hey, where you going, man?
2.
I'll let you go this time, man.
Huh. You know, I've never done that before. That's interesting.
I find it funny that even though we know who the taxi man is, he's not going to shuttle around a Nosferatu character. You have to use the sewers to get to their parts of town.
Because technically, the guy who you... the taxi man who taxis you the majority of the game and the taxi man that taxis you at the end of the game are technically 2 different people.
Yeah, but the one that shuttles you around the majority of the game still has the
Yeah.
the aura.
It's strange. He's got a different voice actor.
So there was no fight?
Nope. Yay. Don't know if that's new or not. I didn't even know you could talk to those guys.
Well, he had a voice, so it was probably in the game at some point.
Yeah.
Or do you think it might have been like a generic gangster voice from the game files?
No, I think you could always do that. I've just never tried before.
Okay.
You learn something new every day. Okay, here we go. We probably should have saved.
Oh well.
But I'm pretty confident in this.
Um.
Yeah, it's a bit longer than usual. Or...
Did it bug?
Uh-oh.
I think it bugged
Huh.
out.
When I was a child, I didn't have many friends. I suppose Jeanette was the only one. We never did get to go out of the house much. Father wouldn't allow us. He said we'd get hurt, so we stayed inside and we imagined our own worlds. And we spent so much time there together, ruling over those places. Those were happier times, before we grew apart.
Yeah.
I never did. No, I guess I don't. Jeanette, if I were to offer you equal control in Santa Monica, would you quit consorting with Tongue? I'll stop working against you with him. But since I've got him in my pocket already, there's no reason for me not to pay him a little visit once in a while, when he can be of use. That's not a bad plan. There's just one more thing. I want to be in charge of Santa Monica, but only publicly. I want you to continue to convince others that our relations are strained. That way, we know who our enemies are. I agree. Take it.
Yay, happy
I need
ending.
to look at it again and think of what almost transpired. I suppose now that Jeanette and I have settled our differences, I'll call off the feud with Tongue. Bertram's hiding in an empty oil tank at the old gas station. I'll tell him to expect a visitor,
humanity.
and I'll ask him to be extra nice.
And 3 experience. Goodbye. I assume 1 and not 2.
You can do 2.
Why?
Because it's funny.
Okay.
Please give Santa Monica's regards to the prince, and keep your tongue tied about what happened tonight, or we'll have to kill you.
Oh. She seemed
There you
really
go.
evil right at the end there. So Dave hurt his wrist, and he may be off the he's off the show for at least a week. Like like in terms of playing games.
Yeah.
It's like we had planned to play No More Heroes 2, but that was going to be a Dave game because he played No More Heroes 1 on the show like a year and a half ago.
Did he ever beat No More Heroes 1?
Oh yeah, the entire thing's up on YouTube, man.
Even the secret final boss?
Yep.
Henry? Okay, good.
Yep. I had a lot of fun with that playthrough, actually. No More Heroes 1 was one of my favorite games of the on the Wii.
Yeah, I love that game. Recently, Grasshopper Manufacturer confirmed that they are in fact working on a Killer 7 HD version.
Oh, really? Alright,
Yeah.
well,
Which means it may in fact come to PC. They're also making an HD version of Flower, Sun, and Rain, which is
basically just all of Suda51's games.
not all of them, but a good chunk of them. I have been hankering for Killer 7 HD.
We played Killer 7 on the show, too.
Yeah.
We did like 3 episodes of it and gave up because we had no fucking clue what we were doing.
Yeah, that's a game that I would be on the show for because I know everything about that game too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to do like the HD remake, or do you want to do the original? Look at this guy trying to figure out how to get up here. Come on, Dumbo.
I think you guys played it on PS4. I mean, not PS4, PS2, which is another
Nope,
thing.
on GameCube.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then, because the GameCube's the best version.
Yeah, no. Dude, I got the GameCube version back in the day, like when I was in high school.
I actually found a copy of it, like, brand new when it was way past when it came out.
Really, just...
When No More Heroes came out, I was like, oh man, what the hell is this game? This is like everything I ever wanted in a game. How have I never heard of this before?
Yeah,
and
man,
then
awesome.
I looked up Suda51 and I was like, oh, he made a previous game? Oh, Killer 7, this looks interesting. Maybe I'll find it and buy it and play it before No More Heroes comes out. And I did, I found it.
In my opinion, it's not as good as No More Heroes.
It's hard to say.
No More Heroes is probably like his best work.
I really liked Killer 7.
It's so-so.
Once you understand how to actually play it.
Yeah, it's one of those games because you're constantly changing bodies, right?
Yeah. If you think of it as a survival horror game, it kind of works.
I want to actually see what happens if you go and start a big fight in the middle of town.
Yes.
I mean, here's something that I realized, okay? Like, back when I was playing, like, Fallout 3, so way back in the day, I had the most fun with that game when I was finally ready to stop playing it. So I would save, and then I would just run into the middle of the town and start killing everyone until I finally died, and then I'd turn the game off without saving over my file. Then when I reloaded, everything was back to normal.
Okay, sure, you can try.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Like, how does this game punish you for starting fights in the middle of towns?
You lose humanity every single time you kill a person.
Yeah. But there's also Masquerade violations, right?
Only if you used your blood powers. If you turned on Blood Shield right now, it'd be an instant Masquerade violation.
Let's see. Hold on.
There you go. Now attack people.
Awesome.
Only have one though.
If once you strike 5, you're immediately dead. They just take you down and kill you.
Okay.
Go eat something.
Humanity lost. And you'll just keep losing. So attack them. Yeah, kill them.
He's a police officer. Why is he running?
Eat him.
Even
Eat him.
like he's seeing a person like get all the blood in their body get ripped out. So yeah, he's gonna run.
I'll eat one.
Doesn't matter how many blood. Yeah, he's got a Glock. Doesn't matter how much guns you have.
Yep.
Yeah, you just keep losing humanity until finally.
But there's still only one Masquerade violation. Like, shouldn't there be more killing people like in the middle of the fucking?
No, it's once people have seen it, then they've seen it. The more Masquerade violations and people you attack, there's hunters will show up.
Really?
Yeah. Every random moment, but a group of hunters will show up and attack you.
Are they hard to kill?
Yeah, at least for a brand new player. Hey, need a date? But yeah, I wonder if in real life, reality right now, if any cop saw someone like drain a person of blood, would they attack them? I imagine some probably would. Oh yeah, it's funny. I think that's the main reason why.
Let's see if they'll fight me now.
They don't see you doing that. Really.
Did they?
It's funny firing a gun. They don't draining people's blood, but as soon as you fire a gun, holy shit.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it depends what you're playing at.
You're not police. You're fucking rent-a-cop. Oops.
I mean, like, it sounds better to say police than I'm a rent-a-cop.
Police are giving up as they just showed up. Oops, sorry, pal. Hey, I already got you. He's just doing laps.
Yeah, he just runs.
But there's
Go and face them.
Okay.
Take me!
Okay, I have destroyed the entire fucking town, and there's not even one Masquerade violation. I find that to be a bit ridiculous.
Go out there and turn on Blood Shield again.
Okay. I'll probably fucking need to. There's gonna be cops right there. Yeah. Where's the shield? Where's the shield? Where's the shield? There
you go.
I do
These
have
guys
blood purge. Whoa. You think that blood theft would cause the violation, wouldn't you? Jesus, cops have more.
At least these guys are more willing to be attacking you,
Yeah.
despite you being covered in a layer of blood that's just floating around your body.
Oh, sorry. Oh, can you get his beat stick?
Maybe? I don't think so.
Jesus, this guy's really.
Actually, yeah. Nightstick is a weapon you can grab.
What's that? Is that
Oh,
under?
there we go. There's a vampire hunter. They found you. They know about you now. Fire.
Jesus. She is quite tough, isn't she? There she goes. Dude, look at this torch.
Yep, you can pick it up.
But look, it stood up perfectly. Why would you run towards me, you idiot? Oh no, oh no. He's like, you still need a lift?
Try hitting him.
Oh, can't do it, him?
Yeah.
He's dealing damage, but it's not killing him.
Huh. Nope.
Kids.
Hop in.
Sure, why not?
Anyway, yep.
Sure.
That's pretty much all that happens. You die when it's all over, and the more Masquerade violations you lose, the more chance that vampire hunters come. And there's more and more and more of them that spawn.
Sorry,
Wait, what's the criminal violation? All I did was put on a blood shield.
Dude, it's in our charters of Thou shalt not turn into a blood shield.
This disappoints me. I was hoping that, like, I was hoping the effects would be a bit more drastic. And two, I was hoping that when you had, like... Okay, at 0 humanity, can you still control your character?
I don't know. I've never actually gotten to 0 humanity, so I'm not sure if it's possible.
Because if you have 0 humanity, and you're like controlling your character, right?
If your character's blood starved, then lower humanity means you'll have you won't be able to control your character when you're starved of blood.
Right.
The screen goes red and your character you lose control and your character goes and attacks the nearest person and drains all their blood automatically. On a second playthrough, be as mean as you can to him.
How come? What does he do?
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, but what happens? Does he just get really mad at you?
Like, do you want me to tell you what he does?
Yeah, sure.
Well, on the first, if you want it basically, yes, he gets really mad at you, but it changes the story in a way that is really unique.
Yeah, this really looks like that place in the Harry Potter movie, that like closed itself. Remember the buildings kind of crushed themselves and just kind of made the building disappear? In one of the Harry Potter movies?
Might be one I haven't seen. I never saw the last 2 or 3 movies. Not sure why, I just never had a chance.
Honestly, despite every SJW using them in their protest signs now, it's actually a good movie series. A good, solid series all the way through.
I actually quite liked the Harry Potter series, but if you really, really, really look into it, it's actually a really shitty story. Because it relies so much on just Mary Sue's and shitty writing. Like, no reason for characters to be as good as they are. They just are because story reasons. Also, it takes a lot from other stories. Like blatantly, she took them. There's a YouTube video I saw. I know, but like blatant copying, not even like trying. The same exact story that's been done before.
Yeah, you do that. There he goes. Kind of jinkily.
Please.
Did it glitch?
I think it might have.
Jeez.
Goddamn.
This weird shit. That's a 5. Yeah, this.
That's a weird glitch.
I don't know why it keeps putting the hand way the fuck down there.
Because that's where the door handle is. See, there's a lock on one side of the door, and it doesn't have one on the other side. That means the actual lock is down there in the map. I'm having like an existential crisis about video games.
How so?
I've been playing Metal Gear Survive, like, I'm up to like 70 hours in it.
I have noticed it's been non-stop based on Discord.
Like 20 hours of that was just filling in the map to get that achievement. If you fill in both maps, you get an achievement. And since I that's what I do for games, I try to get every single achievement I possibly can before, like, I call it beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just torture.
And why'd you do it if it was torture?
It's not hard. It's like if I can do an achievement that's not hard, then do it.
Well,
but
let's go see Pisher.
And there's pieces of the map that you actually have to kill yourself to get.
Yeah.
You have to forcefully like run into an area. Like if you run too far into it, you just start dying because it's like a danger zone. This is not an invisible wall, but if you visit too far into it, you die.
Well, Fallout 3 had that with Vault 87. You had to run into a radioactive wasteland and die to get the unlock.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Vault 87 and Fallout 3, the actual spot where the game considers it discovered is right in the center of a high rad area that instantly kills any character that walks into it. So you have to walk into it and die to get it.
Okay, yeah. It's the same sort of situation. And for some reason I was so mad that I had to do that. Just how shitty that is. Game design wise, like what were they thinking? You have to do it like 6 times. There's 6 different little blocks on the map that you have to actually do that in. And I actually could not picture not dying. Like you go way too far into the zone to actually get it. And ever since that, I'm like, this game isn't bad enough to get the shit that it's been getting, but it's like 6 out of 10 to me.
Which is pretty bad for a Metal Gear game, in my opinion.
It's
usually
certainly
known for being very good.
It's not good enough to be a Metal Gear game, but at the same time, it's not bad enough. Have you seen Jim Sterling, Angry Joe, and Video Game Donkey's reviews?
No, because I don't really watch any of those people.
They're actually shit. I wanted to buy it on sale, but I couldn't because there was pre-order DLC that if I didn't pre-order it, it wouldn't ever come back again. And I hate myself because that's how my mind thinks, and I can't do without it.
Yes.
My friend basically got me to buy it because he wanted to play co-op with me, and that's fun. It's fun playing co-op with him, and I don't mind that. But it's just like, fuck Konami. Fuck them and their microtransactions that are just completely pointless. Like, for example, there's base digging. You initiate a base dig, and a mining device in the center of the base mines. And while it mines, you have to defend base.
Yep.
You do one round, and then you have to actually, like, schedule your own life. 24 hours from now, it'll do it again, and whether you're here or not, it'll happen.
Hey, I heard that.
Or you can pay microtransactions to get it due immediately. I hate it, but I also don't mind it at the same time. My friend's going on about how he wants to treat it fairly and how review sites are shit.
Which is often the case.
Case in point, Jim Sterling, Angry Joe, and Video Game Donkey. They all did that. Each did a review, and they all had an extremely similar viewpoint on it. But to Metal Gear Survive's defense, they skewed the facts wrong and made the game look worse than it is. They say that the combat is just putting up a fence and then stabbing with a pole. That isn't true. There is other variable forms of combat. There's ways to explore the dead zone area that are more efficient than what they made it seem. They used a really weak, shitty bow and arrow, and he's like, to demonstrate how shitty other forms of combat were. But like, I'm using a bow and arrow now, and I'm like one-shotting dudes in the head.
Boris? Is that Boris's blood?
So they make the game seem far worse than it is for like stupid political reasons because they have a grudge against Konami, which isn't a fair way to do it.
Why do they have a grudge against Konami?
Because it's like, it's cool to hate Konami after what they did to Kojima.
Well, I mean, it is, and what they did to Kojima wasn't right.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I hate Konami, but at the same time, their bias, they're using their influence to make people think the game is worse than it actually is.
See, I don't know if you noticed, but Dave and Naomi don't want to finish up Yakuza. I don't blame it. It hasn't aged well. I mean, Yakuza recently got a remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably worth playing that, but like,
I mean, what's the
Yakuza on
issue?
PS2 is kind of you know?
What's the issue?
There's like 15-second loading times between each fight. The voice acting's not very good. The graphics haven't aged well. I think that the remake's probably the more definitive Yakuza 1 experience.
Is there only English voice acting in the first one?
Yes.
So there's no.
Yeah, there's no Japanese.
It's kind of interesting.
Meanwhile, I think Yakuza 3 onwards was all only Japanese voice acting, and that's how it should be. Cause it's a very Japanese story, right? So.
Yakuza, the new one, it's just all Japanese voice acting with English subtitles.
Which one was that?
The new one, the remake.
Yeah, of Yakuza 1. Yeah.
Zero, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2.
Where'd she go?
Away.
That runway walk. Yeah, but if she's supposed to be going back to my place, and my place is not on this map, where is she walking to?
She'll just keep walking around forever.
Will she actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't really seem to be fucking going anywhere.
Or maybe that's the route to the
cab?
Yeah. Because she had to use the crosswalk. She couldn't go across the no car ever street. It's a bunch of developers fucked up today.
How so?
Devolver Digital fucked up.
Well, they've always been kind of shitty. I don't know. If
Yeah,
you
I know, but like, I've suspected them, but this is the first time it's just been like there's no doubt anymore.
Oh yeah. It was the Rami Ismail Kanye thing, right?
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
Green Man Gaming, which I like a lot. I bought a lot of stuff on sale from them. They're a really go-to sell.
What, did they do something bad now?
Yeah, they
Ah.
published. They've recently been doing like Green Man Gaming News Center,
Mm-hmm.
and they published an immensely anti-Gamergate article about how Gamergate trolls complaining about BattleTech pronouns. Yeah, I had like a kind of scary moment the other day. I found out that
Wait, in real life?
no, not real scary, but like fake scary, but
Okay.
still scary.
Yeah.
I found out someone at some point in time unplugged my Ethernet cable from the router and from the modem and plugged it into the router. A while back, I plugged my Ethernet cable directly into the modem because I had problems playing online games with people. It would just not work at all. And plugging myself directly into the modem fixed it.
Yeah.
But for someone to unplug me
have accepted the role
would
of
mean
Trilogen for Clan
there was no one who could have done that. No one could have done that. Especially me. No one's been in there. So it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's scary to me.
Oh, well, who was it?
I don't know. It's a shame you're a vampire.
Why?
I would just get blowjobs all day.
You can still get blowjobs.
No, it's just it'll be flaccid forever.
Really?
You
How
can't
come?
get it because you don't have a beating heart. You don't have blood.
Well, you have blood.
You have like a black inky substance that is just inside of you. It's not blood though.
So when you drink blood, does it get converted into that black inky substance?
No, it goes in your belly and then you get powered from it.
So you digest it then.
Yeah, something like that. Something happens inside you that is strange because all your organs are atrophied. I cannot believe how big of a piece of shit Graham Linehan is.
Who's that?
Graham Linehan?
Yeah.
You don't know who he is?
No.
He's like the biggest piece of shit SJW to ever walk the earth, maybe.
I can't say I've.
He's the creator of Father Ted and another show. I can't believe you haven't heard of him. He's like the biggest hypocrite. He's like the most annoying.
No, man, I've never heard of him. Sorry to disappoint.
You live in a world of bliss because
Did he like give a hot Dankula take or something?
he what the website that he GoFundMe, I think it was. He sent a message to them via Twitter and said that did you know that a white supremacist Nazi is trying to use your site to blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
He in his show he had a skit where a guy dressed up as a Nazi and did all the stupid shit, and then someone said to him, "It's okay when we do it." I was there for No More Heroes 2.
Yeah, is that a game you like?
Yeah, I like No More Heroes 2.
I prefer No More Heroes 1, but 2 is still a good game.
Yeah, 2. I don't know what they were thinking with some of the things in 2. Like some levels just have no music, like at all. Like that one you played, the second to last one. You start the game and it's just like birds tweeting. Like what is that? Why would they?
Well, I don't mind that. It's a nice little.
Like the gameplay. How many games can you think of that have really really great music? You take the music away and then it just gets boring. Like no matter what it is.
Okay, wait. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I guess we can do the.
The shitty one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might take a few tries because we have to like get right in the.
Well, we're gonna do that
I think it's. Oh yeah, it's by the Vesuvius. I forgot.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I remember when I played No More Heroes 2, that one section with just birds tweeting. It was just it felt boring no matter what.
Yeah,
Like,
a
where's
little
the
bit.
music?
Yeah.
Like, I like the gameplay. It's fine. It's good. I like it a lot actually. But just birds tweeting? Like, come on. It happens multiple times too. Not just birds tweeting, but just no music whatsoever. Just background noise. I don't know what they were thinking. What else? The platforming sequences with Shinobu.
We haven't got to those yet on the show, but I remember them. I remember them not being very good.
I remember while I was playing, I found like a few tips on how to make it actually work and not just keep falling off. I can't remember what I did though, but I remember there was a trick.
Actually, I have kind of a No More Heroes rant I think I'm going to do on the show. Because I love No More Heroes 2, but it's not as good of a game as No More Heroes 1 for many reasons.
No More Heroes 1, a lot of the style choices I fucking love. Like, I love how you go to the boss's name and then it scrolls across the floor and then has a guitar riff. I loved that so much.
It has like the whisper of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of the stock text-to-speech voices. I think it's like whisper or creepy or something. I loved that so much, and I remember being so sad when I found out they removed it from the sequel.
I miss the overworld.
Yeah,
in
I
general.
actually did not hate the overworld.
It was pretty shit. Like, there wasn't much to do in the overworld, but...
That's true.
Like,
I would have rather they like fleshed it out or something. But I can see why they would remove it. It saves a lot of money in dev time.
Except that the entire city's rendered anyway in the second game.
It's just white. It's just white.
No, because every time you load in, like the ending sequence of the game, spoilers, is just a drive around the entire city.
I've already played it, so.
Yeah. I've just realized how much better the first game is compared to
I was immensely disappointed in the second game because I was like, okay, No More Heroes 1 was so close to perfect. The sequel's gonna be perfect. It should be the best game ever made. And then I played it and I was like, oh, they made so many mistakes.
Yeah, the combat's about as good. I like the dual wielding style.
The combat blocking enemy attacks is far, far less reliable than in the first game. Yeah. In the first game, it was 100% reliable. You could just stand there and just stay target locked, and you would block every attack no matter what. But in the sequel, every other hit hits you no matter what, even if you're blocking. I was much younger when No More Heroes 2 came out, and I've learned to accept things for their flaws rather than go so far overboard. Dude, it's floating to heaven.
Yeah.
The official dude who did the music, I can't remember his name. The guy who did the unofficial patch, Wesp, he reached out to him, and the guy gave him a whole bunch of unused music for this game, and it's all incredible, really, really good music. So he added it all to the game.
You just put it in random spots, or
places that seemed like it would be useful there.
Yeah,
places that were empty or had no music.
We're gonna be starting Kirby Superstar in the next week or two. I'm gonna take another shot at Mega Man X2 because that GameCube port of the game fucking sucked.
What happened with it?
It forces you to play with the GameCube controller, and you can't do a Mega Man precise platformer 2D like SNES style with a fucking GameCube stick.
Oh, so you can't even use the D-pad?
You can, but the GameCube controller's D-pad sucks.
Does it? I mean, it's better than a lot of D-pads.
Oh no, it's not.
I mean, it's tiny, but
it's 120, right? Yeah. Okay, what else? So Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X.
There's a PC version now.
Yeah, I mean, I already have an SNES copy now. I lost my childhood copy, or rather, it was gone in the Purge.
What Purge?
I talked about it more than a few times in the show.
What happened?
I lost my entire game collection.
How?
Well...
I mean, like, was it a long time ago, or...?
Oh, yes.
Alright, I see.
Very long time ago. It was like, I was like 20 or 19 or something.
What happened to them?
Okay, so what happens is I move off to university for the first time. Going to the ass hole, right? That's the
Wait,
next
wait,
thing?
sewer, fill up on rats, and then...
Actually, no, I'm not dangerously low like I was last time.
Alright.
So I'll
But
just...
still, yeah, get the quest, bring the dude back, and then...
Yeah. So I go off to university for my first year. And then while I'm there, this is like the first hint that I've talked about my terrible relationship that lasted almost 7 years multiple times in the show now.
Won't kill.
Anything else you may need?
Sometimes.
I'll bring someone back for you.
Really?
I'll be back soon. So talk
Wait,
about
check the,
chest.
check that.
No.
Ah, never.
Never happens, man. So I've talked about this relationship like many times in the show. It's just a bad relationship. Well,
TLDR, did she just sell all your shit?
no. TLDR, she convinced me to sell my entire GameCube collection and my GameCube. And
Why?
Because like she was like, oh, and I kind of understood.
Her video games for babies.
It was kind of like that. It was also the fact that I had just bought the Wii, which was the new system, and I was gonna keep. And she didn't mind me having a Wii, which was like, well, why would you keep the old one around? And I was like, yeah, I kind of get that. I don't really play the GameCube games anymore. I kind of need the money because I'm in school. I'm a student.
Hey.
You know. Not for me.
I mean, in all honesty, you probably don't need the GameCube itself unless you were playing, unless you use the Game Boy Advance player thing.
Which I do now, which is why I have my GameCube. I got another one. Like.
Yeah, then it's best to keep it if you had it.
Mm-hmm.
Caretaker Cemetery.
Oh, no. I don't know why.
But I ended up selling like all my GameCube stuff. And she was fine with me keeping the Wii. Her like extreme objection to video games came much later in the relationship, but this one she was kind of convincing me under the guise of, well, oh, that rat just kicked that thing. You see that?
Dude, they're super powerful rats, mate.
Yeah. So she convinced me using the logic of like, you need the money right now, and you're a student, you're not gonna have time for games anyway. And I'm like, okay. I was convinced, and it was my fault in the end. However, while this was happening, I was off at school for my first year of university, right?
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, let me do this first. Money's
Very
always
nice.
There
nice.
you go.
More money.
More money.
Huh? Sure. Oh.
Have fun. There you go.
That's it. Romero got some lovin'.
Yep. So while this is all happening, back in my hometown, where I had left my Super Nintendo, my N64, and my NES, my mom has a yard sale and sells my NES, controllers, the Zapper, and like my 25 games to just some kid in town for like $25.
All of it?
All
The
of it.
fuck?
Yeah, man.
It's not okay.
Nope.
That would
And-
kill my. I would be so mad.
And at the same time, she didn't sell the Super Nintendo or N64.
What the
However,
fuck?
yeah, I saw the glitchy cop.
It was like a ghost.
However, what ends up happening is that every time one of my sister's friends would come over, because she's 4 years younger than me, over the course of the year, my sister's friends come over, like, because they just come to visit her, because she's still in high school, right? And they'll be like, oh, can I borrow one of your brother's N64 games, or one of your brother's SNES games? And she's like, yeah, sure, I don't care. And, like, I'm 12 hours away in a different city, unable to stop this, and they just borrow them and never give them back. And then when I come home, I realize that I come home for the summer. I realize that my N64, no, sorry, my SNES is completely, no, sorry, my NES is completely gone. And I'd say about, I had about 20 SNES games. No, I had about 40 SNES games, and I was left with about 8, and I had about 30 N64 games, and I was left with about 5.
That's sickening.
They're all just gone, man.
That was horrible. I would be so mad. I think
I was really mad, yeah. I gotta say.
I used to have Diddy Kong Racing, and it's disappeared. Like, I don't know where it is.
Yep.
And that doesn't make any sense because I always keep my shit in.
I lost my Diddy Kong Racing too in this whole thing, man. The games that we're doing are Kingdom Hearts, obviously. No More Heroes, Pokemon Yellow until we get this game back up and running. Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X2, because I want to give Mega Man. I used to speedrun it back in the day. I want to give it another shot because like I embarrassed myself playing the GameCube version. I couldn't fucking do anything, but I used to speedrun the game.
I need to check.
Jesus.
I think Mega Man X is on that Mega Man Legacy collection.
Yep, yep.
That's pretty much how I'd buy it these days. Like, I'm not going to spend $100 on the SNES version.
Well, here's the thing. The Legacy Collection is
It's like
there already was
emulated versions.
There's a Mega Man X Legacy Collection for GameCube and PS2. That's the version that we played, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
No. A fan has already offered to.
Yeah. I'm just saying for me, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of games that are from NES and they've been re-released on PC. Like, for example, there's the Capcom Disney Afternoon collection. I'm hoping that Capcom will release a Mega Man Legends collection, because they're releasing all these other collections.
Well, they already canceled Mega Man Legends 3. I'm not holding out hope. Honestly, a lot of the Konami sucks now. Capcom sucks now. Square Enix sucks. A lot of the AAA developers of my childhood are just releasing nothing anymore. They're shitting on their own franchises. They're shitting on their fans. They're doing like half-assed ports.
Capcom doesn't entirely suck.
I don't know, man.
Konami, yeah, yeah. But Capcom is like hit or miss. They're doing really good games, and then they're doing like cash-ins. Like, some of their PC ports have been really good, and then they released Okami, and then they never patched it.
Yep.
And they released the Devil May Cry PC version, and I only recently figured this out, but I like to find out which versions are the best versions, you know?
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm playing the original version of Deadly Premonition on the show. I was just looking up this whole get out of here. I was looking up this whole series, this whole franchise, the whole like meta story of all the various properties on the wiki. And it all sounds really interesting, but didn't they gave it a giant reboot recently, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to deal with like the 19 years or whatever of backstory, and the fact that the story officially ended in 2004.
Yeah, the new shit is shit now.
Need a ride?
The creator went nuts with social justice warrior shit.
Of course.
You know what? Just for fun, let's go through the sewers the normal way.
Instead of jumping down.
Yeah, because you should witness the sewers at least once in your life.
Ooh, the release valve. Whoa. Oh, it just sucks you in.
Yep. No going back now.
I'm going back now.
Probably best to save.
This seems fucking terrible.
There's a lot of... This whole sequence is just shit. Oh, okay, I remember. You have to turn on the pump and then quickly swim before it becomes too strong for you to get back.
What do you mean?
You have to do it. You have to turn on the pump and then it starts to turn on again. But
It takes
if
a
you
little
had
bit of time.
if you had it on completely, you wouldn't be able to swim down here because it would be too strong. It would be pushing you back. So you have to run down here while it's starting up.
Okay.
You have to do it quick though.
So hit the switch and run, basically?
Left or right, I think they both lead to the same.
Jump. Oh, I'm so close.
Okay, go. Then it'll like fucking blast you out. Or not? Okay, now...
It says it's safe. Now safe.
Okay, go. There you go. I guess go the right one.
Why the right one?
I don't know.
Is it the one like you're used to?
Actually, I'm not sure if you even need to turn on the pump. Oh, never mind. There you go.
There we go. There's nothing here.
Other direction.
It was the other one. Oh.
No, it's that direction.
Oh, okay. Oh. Uh-oh.
Yay!
Oh. Am I still going the right way? Am I still... I'm still going... okay.
Let it take you.
To a hatch.
And then you get blasted out. Hell yeah!
Cool as shit. And he's like right there.
Shit.
Okay, what's the strategy for this guy? Give me some blood back, please. Oh, it didn't give me any blood back. Fine. Guess we'll brawl.
It's got eyeball nipples. Actually, yeah.
There he goes.
Okay, now basically save him.
Okay.
Don't hit them though.
But yeah, if there's a book and a
Try not to let them die, cause
doing my best. Okay, we're doing okay here.
yeah, there you go. See if you can talk to them. Okay, nope. They super fast walk out of here. Now just leave them be.
I do want to do Alice at some point.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm waiting for it to come to GOG.
Wait, does the actual Chinatown in LA have this gate?
It might.
I know that the Chinatown in New York has this gate.
They would have to try to make something accurate.
Yeah. This gate, there's a similar gate to this in the New York Chinatown, and they accurately recreated Chinatown in Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, there would be sewers for... I don't think we ever went in the sewers in Chinatown.
No, I think about it. I'm not sure.
I need some rats anyway, so... So, a few things we can talk about straight off the bat. E3 is nearly upon us.
Indeed.
How do you feel about that shit?
For one thing, for the past few E3s, Microsoft has...
Done nothing?
Microsoft has a streaming program or website or whatever called Mixer. And if you watch certain E3 things, if you watch it on Mixer, you get free shit.
Nice.
The very first year they gave away Rare Replay for free, which is actually a fucking good, amazing thing.
Hey, need a date?
Nope.
Sorry, Naomi.
What, you think it was Naomi?
Sounds like her when she makes that voice.
Hey. I'm not expecting much from anybody. Square Enix is probably going to be just whatever. You know, EA is going to be nothing.
Square Enix is either going to be more Yoko Taro games, but then shit, I can't pre-order it because it'll have Denuvo.
Yeah.
Unless I'm lucky and they don't, because they have been not using Denuvo for some games. But
Ubisoft might be okay.
no, Ubisoft is just going to be garbage.
It was pretty good last year.
It was garbage last year.
Dude, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be awesome.
Are you serious?
I loved the first one.
Was there...
It's going to be Diversity Central.
I don't mind that necessarily.
I do. It's going to have shitty writing.
Ah, fuck, I keep hitting the wrong one. See, here's the thing. A
Shitty
game...
writing, shitty characters.
A
It's not
game
gonna
can
be-
have diverse characters and still be good.
No,
Like
it's not going to be the good kind of diverse. It's going to be like
Beyond Good,
less.
Beyond Good and Evil 1 was diverse and still good.
I have zero hope for the next.
Beyond Good and Evil?
Yeah, zero, nothing.
Might be okay. Anyway, I think
You don't go on a stage and say we're creating a very diverse game and it not be complete shit. That's not a thing.
I mean, there is that, but there's still always hope. But let me just say though,
There is no hope.
EA and Square Enix I think are going to be nothing. Ubisoft might be okay. Nintendo's probably going to be good. Microsoft's probably going to be nothing as usual. However, there's rumors that Shenmue 3 might finally be at the Sony conference this year. And if that's the case, that could be big.
I'm still wondering how that game will turn out. The early stages looked really shit, but
It looked
now
like-
the graphics are starting to actually look all right.
Well, it looked really wooden, but Shenmue is known for being extremely wooden, so it's kind of the style.
I don't know how to think. Like, a part of me thinks it might turn out like Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, maybe.
How it's just they went to shit with their company, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it might be all right. But yeah, I've gone 100% full strict, beyond belief. I am not taking any shit anymore.
What do you mean?
If there's even a hint of SJW interference, I am not gonna bother paying full price. At least 75% off only.
That's fair. Why don't you just pirate it?
Because I don't know. If it's worth playing, it's worth buying.
If you're going to play Chrono Trigger, for example, right? And your options are buy it on the Super Nintendo, where it's going to be extremely expensive because it's an old cartridge. Or
There's
buy
the
the
DS
really shitty remakes on Steam.
The DS version was actually fine.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, we played it on the show.
The DS version?
Yeah, man. Naomi and I played through it.
Huh.
Was that before you, or did you not bother to tune into that one?
Might have been before me. The Steam version is being worked on, and it looks like it might be alright soon.
I fucking doubt that. And honestly, it should have been already at release. I'm not going to buy it. So Game Roulette was this series where we do like 8 episodes playing random games on the SNES. And I've always wanted to bring it back because we had a lot of fun doing it, because it was just neat to close your eyes and have a game randomly select itself, you know?
No, I don't know you.
It was a lot of fun. However, what I'm doing right now is I'm compiling a hard drive with every single Wii ISO.
Oh, really?
So we're gonna do a Game Roulette with the Wii, because
If only there was a way to actually, like, roulette it.
Well, you can still like just close your eyes and randomly select, right?
Stand in the damn center of the... There you go.
Is it what E?
Look. Awesome. Ow.
Shut up, Naomi. God fucking damn it.
You're dancing so hard like the feathers are coming off your outfit. Man, a lot of stuff's gone down in the past few weeks.
What do you mean?
A bunch of games released, and like something fucked up happened with every single one of them. And by released, some of them aren't released but announced. There's just never good news. For example, Killer 7.
Yeah, I heard
It's
about
like
that.
it's like wishing on a monkey's paw. Oh, I really, really want Killer 7 to come to PC. Oh, haha, Nice America is doing it.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a horrible thing. They screw up every single localization job they've ever done.
Why is this fucking game not launching? There, Jesus Christ. Okay. Good God.
They
Just took forever.
constantly put stupid
there's-
political jokes in their translations for no reason.
Well, it's already been translated, and there's nothing to translate.
Yeah, with Killer 7, yep. But a part of me, it's like they would stoop low enough to retranslate it and change things. And if they do, I'll be so pissed. That's a bit loud.
Yeah, well, because there was 3 instances of vampire enemies. Whoa, where is it? Wait, there it is? It's not even running. I don't know what to do. I can't even hear you anymore, Pixel.
That's pretty funny. Okay, Killer 7's coming to PC, which
Yep.
should in any other news be like one of the best announcements ever in the history of Earth, but nope, Miss America.
But it's already been translated, so it's not a big deal.
They're shit enough to change things even though it's already been translated.
Yeah.
They would do that. I would absolutely bet on that.
Capitalism ho.
There's a very real chance that the game might just be running on an emulator, and that's how they're putting it to PC.
They're just making it run. That's fucking awful.
If they did that, that's ruined. That's it. Blood theft 1 by 1.
Yeah.
Not that one. Oh wait, never mind. I thought that was an old lady. Blood theft. Oh
Open
shit.
the door. I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck in it.
Okay, good. Scared the shit out of me. I like this music. Sometimes I feel sad that characters in games won't react to how they should react. Like you're like pointing at someone and then their blood is like coming out of their body and it's like getting sucked towards you, and they don't react like how they should.
Yeah.
They just stand there like they're being controlled by a computer AI. Yeah, there's just 3. So talk to the dude who's like a failed car salesman faggot.
Hold on.
I only said faggot because I saw Pixel as a faggot.
Yeah.
You ever do that? You ever like see the last word that you saw and then you use it for no reason?
Yep.
I know Dave certainly does.
Here, let me just try
Okay,
this
you
first.
saved? Just like run through the doors. Okay, never mind.
Close. So I need to fucking run upstairs, maybe?
Yeah, you can run upstairs. Huh. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought.
Where'd the skeleton guy come from that you're talking about?
Okay, go to the center of the room and just start attacking people, and then watch the doors, or that works too.
I'll just fucking.
Okay, now turn around, turn.
This guy? Bruno,
Yeah,
this guy?
Yeah.
He's zipping around, isn't he? Oh wow.
Hold on, here it goes. Or never mind, actually zombies, not skeletons, but still. Bruno Giovanni.
Wow, I just hit it and he exploded.
It's pretty great though.
Are you summoning more?
Yeah,
So this place
Yeah,
just turns into a fight, basically.
yeah. He dashes around the room.
It's like, I'm abandoning ship.
You could kill every single person in the party, like I said on stream. Kill, massacre all the innocents. That's
Yeah,
why
that's
you play
enough of this. That's enough of
You
this.
should play an asshole run.
Yeah.
Kill every single Giovanni, all of them. Every single one of them.
Do you get
Massacre the entire Giovanni.
Do you get something for it?
No, well, other than people fearing you for being that powerful.
So what was the deal with this guy again? I don't even remember.
2 dudes.
Oh, it's the 2 Asian guys.
The huge, like, 3-episode fight. Now, show me your gamer skill. TM. .tm.
.tm.
Actually, no, not .tm. Trademark. There's no dot in it. I remember how much of an event it was when Naomi finally won this.
Yeah.
It was like, you did it! Yeah! Oh, shit.
Why am I up here?
Uh-oh. Actually. You can video games. Oh, fuck! No, you can't!
I can kind of video games it.
Okay. Okay. Why not?
Yeah, I'll just get all my blood back. I'll heal up a little bit. Where's the
Pro
heals?
gamer strats.
You just get glitched into the wall.
I think you're on a ledge that you can't quite see from up there. Uh-oh.
I'm still here though. You're like, what's going on? How do I get there? This is so stupid.
This is
I mean-
video games, man.
Old games, I guess.
This is quality.
I know that like this game and and Half-Life like suffer, and also Deus Ex all suffer from like fuck reinstalling syndrome. Like as soon as someone mentions it, you like feel the urge to reinstall.
Yeah, just marveling at this great game design. After I just said it was an amazingly designed fight.
Yeah, man.
I mean, are glitches truly bad when they help you?
Well, I'd say yes.
When they're good? When they're like, oh, finally I get to like cheap it.
After you've lost like 30 times, you're just like, fuck, just throw me a bone.
Yeah.
So, Dave and I have been talking. We might start doing like obscure Dreamcast or PS2 games soon, just because it's something new, right?
Yeah.
Maybe after E3 or something.
I mean, like, I wish you and I could create a games that are janky but still good kind of section of the show or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, that's why I love Deadly Premonition, right?
Yeah. I mean, not that I would be able to... I mean, the Xbox version will just be a smooth sailing sort of playthrough.
I'm okay with this.
But play it on easy, because there's zero reason to play it on normal or hard mode.
Does it even get harder or what?
It's in the Xbox version they had easy, normal, and a hard, and on easy mode, hunger and sleep and all that just basically doesn't do anything to you whatsoever.
Unless you like really, really wait, I guess.
Normal mode is basically for the director's cut, they basically took the best assets of normal and hard mode and they just made one single basic difficulty. Have you ever made food and then you completely failed at what you were trying to make and then you still eat it anyway?
And then it sucks?
Yeah.
Man, there was one time I was making a rice bowl, right? And I was putting a little bit of garlic powder in and the lid came off and all the garlic went in. The entire and I just mixed it. I was like, "Fuck it, I can't repair this." So I just mix it in, and it tasted awful, and like the entire house reeked of garlic.
I love garlic. Are we talking powder, like no salt added, or
yeah, no
with
salt added? It's just garlic powder.
I would have still enjoyed it, to be honest.
I mean, it still tasted okay. It was just so strong, you know.
I love garlic.
It started to burn my mouth by the end of it. So because you've been working so much, you basically you haven't seen any of the recent streams, eh?
Nope.
You're missing out, man, because Dave and I playing Hollow Knight, that's some fun, I'd say.
Hollow Knight I'd probably watch. I mean, I do plan on getting that game, but it's not like a massive story game. I can watch gameplay from it. Detroit I actually want to play.
No, you don't.
I do, yeah.
It's really fucking bad.
I mean, all of David Cage's games are like that anyway. Have you played Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls?
No, but I know how bad they are.
It's like I still want to play them. I like David Cage's stupidness.
So are you gonna like go back and watch them after, I guess?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, I do like watching Kingdom Hearts. I'm always asleep when you guys are streaming.
Yeah. Well, if you get a chance, go back and watch Hollow Knight, because we've uploaded, I think, 2 or 3 sessions now? I think 2 sessions.
Kingdom Come I really want to play, so I don't want to have that spoiled for me. What else have you been playing?
Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo.
That's alright. I would have watched that too. I've played that so many times.
Oh, dude, they're all uploaded, man.
Oh, is it already over?
No. We're about halfway or 2/3 of the way through the Great Cave Offensive.
Okay, I'll probably watch that next time you guys have it on.
But yeah, in my opinion, right now, the stuff we're doing right now, if you want to go back and watch like the archive on YouTube or something, Hollow Knight and Kirby Superstar, because they're both absolutely ridiculous. It's like Dave and I getting mad at each other because we can't fucking platform. Oh yeah, we also played The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Oh yeah.
That was a shit show, dude.
How did that end?
There's a quest log, right? And the quest log's in the form of like a map that the kid draws of like his house, and he wants to do all these. He wants to like find the superhero costume, battle all these, like battle the snowman monster in the backyard, shit like that, right?
Yep.
So the game makes you think you have to complete this list of things, right? But eventually, as you just play and time passes, like your dad falls asleep, and then like the neighbor comes over to check on you, the neighbor realizes that your dad's drunk and like you have bruises on your arm and it's a bad situation, and then your dad like wakes up and flips the fuck out on you, and like berates you and compares you to your dead mom and all this other terrible shit, like a really bad abusive situation, and then the kid cries, runs outside, climbs up his treehouse, and then like the ladder or whatever breaks, and the kid starts flying. So it turns out the kid actually has superpowers. And it doesn't matter how much of the game you've actually completed, because this just happens after about an hour.
Huh. I mean, the girl had the ability to turn back time a little bit, so why not him have the ability to fly?
Well, that was my problem with it. My problem with it was that it almost seemed like a graphical downgrade to Life is Strange, and it was a writing downgrade. And it lacked, like, the interesting parts that Life is Strange had, because Life is Strange, for all of its bad parts, had some interesting stuff, too.
Hello there.
Okay, crouch.
Oh.
Blood theft him.
Yeah. It's like, who's there? I'm literally standing right here.
Go to that thing, to the computer, and see if you can...
Out. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's there? Who's there?
Shit.
Who's there?
Okay.
Who's there? Who's there, guys?
Blood boiled.
Yeah.
And give him just a moment to... Alright, well... Okay, now disarm.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
It sounded like in the first Yakuza when like the guys chase you around the city and it's like, hey you, hey you, hey you. Oh.
Go onto the boat.
I did it. I did it. And that's... Now we get back and LaCroix's place is busted up, right?
Yep.
And that's where we left off.
Yep. There we are.
And there's no more side quests at all? None?
No. Absolutely. Fully finished all side quests. Check how many... Oh, wait,
Well,
never mind. You already did that.
except for the picture collecting one.
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll do. Okay, so we have 2 sessions left then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But after that, boom, done.
Nice. Before we start, Dave's here. What do you want to say, Dave?
I just want to say, when are you getting a soul pixel?
When you... Wait, can you hear me?
No, he can't hear you. No. You can't hear him.
No, I can't.
No. What's your reply, Pixel?
When you... Stop being a cuck.
When you stop being a cuck.
Oh, so never then.